So much of a draft pick's success in the NBA depends on where they get drafted, and Dalton Knecht got drafted to the best situation he could have been drafted to. He got drafted by a team whose coach knows how to best utilize him, because JJ Redick played a similar role in game as Dalton does now. Let's take a look at how both players have been used in similar ways, how JJ is using Dalton in modern NBA concepts, and what he could be possibly doing to get even more production from Dalton. The Sixers used to run this Horns flare play, and Redick would set a screen for the ball handler and then flare out for the shot. JJ ran a variation of this play for Dalton, but instead of setting a screen, Dalton catches the ball, then passes it back to Austin Reaves, who then passes it back to Dalton after he gets the flare screen. Here the Sixers run a different play, where they have Redick set a back screen before accepting the handoff and going up for the shot. The Lakers ran a similar play in preseason, where Dalton sets an angled back screen for Bronny before accepting the handoff and hitting the three. This is a DHO, aka a dribble handoff, and DHOs have become a lot more popular at all levels of basketball in the last 10 years. The Lakers like to run these DHOs to Dalton at the wing. Defenses often don't expect Dalton to shoot it so early in the shot clock. JJ would receive these DHOs too, often from Embiid or Simmons. But more than just having one of Embiid or Simmons initiate the DHO, they would often have both of them set a screen before the handoff. They would basically have a stagger strong side screen for Redick, and it was one of their most common actions. The Lakers also run some screen the screener action for Dalton. Screening the screener action is where the person setting the screen, in this case Dalton Knecht setting the back screen, gets a screen set for him after, which in this case is Anthony Davis setting the screen for Dalton. The same thing here. Knecht sets a screen for LeBron before coming off the Jackson Hayes screen. It's hard to defend as the defense has to switch on time. Here McDaniels gets confused for just a second and Dalton makes him pay for the three. On this play, Gabe Vincent is going to get the ball in the post. The Lakers obviously aren't going to have him try to score from there. This play is designed for Knecht to first set the screen for Russell and then come off of the screen from Anthony Davis. They also run this similar play. After Knecht sets the back screen, he takes the handoff from the post player before shooting the three. He hasn't been able to create a lot of space from the handoff, but he's made both threes when the Lakers have run this play. The last play I want to go over is the one that the Lakers run the most for Dalton. Here Austin passes it to Dalton, who hands it back off, and it looks like it's going to be a pick and roll action between Austin and Hayes, and the big, who is Jonathan Mogbo, is in drop coverage. After Knecht comes back from the throwback screen and gets the ball, then Mogbo realizes that he's just given Dalton an open three. There are two ways that I would try to utilize Knecht more if I were the Lakers. One would be to use Dalton's athleticism with alley-oops. He was a good lob threat in college, and NBA teams wouldn't be expecting it since he hasn't been used in that way so far. Another would be to use him as a screener in the pick and pop between him and LeBron. Here JJ comes to set a screen for Ben Simmons, and Rudy Gay doesn't switch on time. JJ ends up hitting one of the biggest shots of his career. LeBron and Kyle Korver used to run this action too. As a coach, it's a skill to be able to best utilize your players to their fullest potential, and JJ Redick has done that with Dalton. It helps that JJ played such a similar role to him, and we're starting to see Dalton improve as the season has progressed. It'll be interesting to see how much Redick will trust him in the postseason, but if Dalton continues to play like this, it'll be hard for JJ to keep him off the floor. Thanks for watching, and if you liked this video, then check out the video I made on Grady Dick and how he went from 8 points per game last season to 20 this year. Peace.